Hey everybody, welcome to day 198 of the Daily Stoic. All right, this is a long quote, but it has a very good meaning to it. So listen to it, and then we'll discuss it, all right? As you move forward along the path of reason, people will stand in your way. They will never be able to keep you from doing what's sound, So don't let them knock out your goodwill for them. Keep a steady watch on both fronts, not only for well-based judgments and actions, but also for gentleness with those who would obstruct your path or create other difficulties. For getting angry is also a weakness, just as much as abandoning the task or surrendering under panic. For doing either is an equal desertion. The one by shrinking back, and the other by estrangement from family and friends. Marcus Aurelius. So this quote, to me, talks a lot about that moment in your life when you decide to make a change, right? So let's just take, for instance, say like you have a group of friends and they're not necessarily overweight, they're not necessarily large people, but they don't work out, let's just say. And you decide that you want to start working out because maybe you want to enter a bodybuilding competition or a CrossFit competition or something. Let's just use this as an example. So your regular group of friends, they're used to going out, partying, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, whatever it may be. And you decide to make a change. You decide that, hey, I want to get in fit so I can do these competitions. So instead of going out on a Friday night, you go to the gym. And Saturday rolls around and they're all recovering and it's time to go out again on Saturday night. And you're like, hey, I'm going to go hit the gym again. And they're like, what the heck is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? What's the story? What are you trying to gain from this? And they start kind of getting down on you about this, and you're like, hey, I'm trying to get in better shape so I can enter these competitions. I'm trying to get in better shape for myself. I'm trying to do something positive here. And to you, it feels like they are all getting on your back, or they don't approve, or they look down on you for making this change. And really what this quote means to me is that for you to assume or not think that when you make a change in your life, that the people who are immediately around you are not going to necessarily have your back immediately on this is kind of that's kind of a bad on you. Why would you think that your friends or the group that you run with that's not really in shape would be happy with you deciding A, to break from the group, B, to get in shape, and C, to make them look bad? What makes you think that they would be happy for that? Now, I'm not saying that there isn't the person out there that's in your group that might not be like a cheerleader for you, be like, yeah, man, do this, do it. I wish I could do it, man, but I can't do it. But you know what? You can do it. You can do it. I got your back, buddy. Do what you need to do. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? There may be those type of people. But generally speaking, that's not going to be the way they are. They're going to be the first set of people that we were talking about. Does that make them bad? No. Does that make them evil people? No. And basically what this quote is saying is that you should expect that when you decide to make a change in your life, that you're going to have people react to you in the negative way initially. But that you should also realize that since you are self-aware enough to realize this, that you don't write these people off. You don't cut them out of your life. You don't, how else can I put it? You aren't negative with them in return. You know what I'm saying? Because you already realize that this is a potential issue that could happen when you make a change, because you're self-aware enough to realize that. And so I think this quote is just kind of saying, be aware that when you do make that change, that this is a very real possibility that people will be negative with you. But at the same time, realize that you're self-aware enough to realize this may be coming your way. So in turn, don't be negative back towards them. Don't write them off. Don't quit on them. Just give them a little bit of space and a little bit of time to adjust to what you're doing and see if that attitude continues. If it does, if they are still negative to you after, a certain amount of time, then maybe they're a person that needs to leave your life now. Maybe they aren't providing any value to you. Maybe they are not the type of person you need to have in your close inner circle or have around you at this point in time, if they're not encouraging you and wanting you to do better for yourself. Or you might notice that if you give them a little bit of space and a little bit of time, all of a sudden they start coming around. They start realizing that, hey, what you're doing, while maybe they can't do it, is still a good thing to be done, and they're happy for you. That very well could be it too. So this quote, I think, is just saying, hey, don't write those people off, but also expect this when you decide to make a change in your life. That's what this quote means to me. I'd love to hear what this quote means to you. So please take some time, read it, think about it, ponder it. Leave your thoughts and comments below this video so that you and I can have a conversation about it. And until tomorrow, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and let's all strive harder each and every day to live more like a Stoic.